Yeah, listener, you're on it. I mean, this is one of the reasons I don't like all-time great lists, right? Like, you have to compare someone to the era they're in. Could the 1970s Steelers, the renowned football team that won like, I don't know, 5 Super Bowls total, actually beat anybody in the NFL today? No, of course they could not. Not the worst team who lost every game or only won a game or two, right? So comparing through errors is very difficult. Now, was what Muhammad Ali did very incredible, just like the 1970 Pittsburgh Steelers? Yes, it absolutely was. Now, could Muhammad Ali beat Mike Tyson in a fight? I doubt it, right? Like, the reality is, a sport and as a people we get better and bigger and people that are more adept at certain things join it. When MMA was in its nascent stage, Chuck Liddell's style worked great. This aggressive Kempo karateka that couldn't be taken down because he was a Cal Poly wrestler and he was an animal. Now, could he beat a glory kickboxer in a stand-up fight? You bet he could not. There's no way. Alex Pereira would cut through him like butter. Sean O'Malley, same thing, right? His hard punches, his sharpshooter kicking is just striking wise so much above what those old bantamweights and lightweight guys could do. Although a lot of them were very good wrestlers, so it'd be an interesting mix. That have been said, I think you're right. I think O'Malley would have been dominant. I think Alex Pereira would have been dominant. And so it's just not fair to compare eras against one another. Now, that having been said, do I still think Muhammad Ali did absolutely incredible things during his era? Not only during his era, during 3 eras effectively, right? Knocking out Sonny Liston, beating Joe Frazier, and then actually all the way into like almost the 80s being a factor in the heavyweight division is an absolutely incredible thing to do. So we got to respect that as a GOAT factor. I respect Chuck as a GOAT factor. I mean, Chuck's power was otherworldly at the time. Nobody knew how to avoid it and, outbox him or outslick him. Head movement at his level of the game was non-existent, right? Like, there was nobody who could, really stand with Chuck for a long time. I guess Quentin Jackson is the guy we think of, but even Quentin Jackson said after his first fight with Chuck and Pride that he was amazed by Chuck's durability and power and whatnot. And I know that went by the wayside. Well, it went by the wayside because people figured Chuck out. Chuck is very predictable, if nothing else, right? He's going to storm forward. He's going to wing punches. And if you just sit there and wait for him, you're going to have a hard time on your hands. You got to counter that. And the fighters today would have done that easily. But yeah, you're absolutely right, listener. How do you compare errors? How do you have goats? I guess, at the end of the day, it's a fun thing, but it's not a real thing. Everybody, read my book, Warrior of the Light.